Welcome back to Rally Race guys, Zach here. So today it'll be a bit of a long, I don't know what this video is going to entail really, because we're back in the workshop for the first time in about 3 months. We've popped up here just to check that everything's okay, nothing's happened because we've had a lot of strong wind and what have you, and to drop off parts, and just to check generally it's okay. We haven't been up here to work, so the last time we actually worked was on Rob's MX-5, so that's still here. As you can see, it's still here, still in the same position we left it in the last video. I know Ryan over there, Ryan's wanting to get on with his car. At the moment we're sort of taking over the workshop a little bit, so I want to tidy it up, sort it all out. I've got to go through my parts to see what I have and haven't got, so I can buy some more stuff for Pat and get that on the road. Also, we've got so many more parts that have come in over probably the last 2 months that if you follow our Instagram you would have known about, but I'll go through it in this video. And also we're going to do a video, the next video will be one that a subscriber has actually requested, which is actually a parts list where I got all the parts from for the engine, the prices currently, and I'll go through them and why I chose them. And hopefully it'll help you guys out. And if you got any other questions like that, I don't mind making a video. I know it's been a little bit of a while because I haven't been able to get up here and do a video, but now I can. I want to get Rob's MX-5 buttoned up as soon as possible, and then we can get on with the engine build, and then we can get the, I'm thinking of now buying a rollover jig for the 205, so we can actually get underneath it because I'm sick of grinding and welding on my back. So I want to be able to stand up and do what I need to do, but I think that'll be definitely a step forward in the right direction where we want to be. But we have, as I said, we have got some new parts, so which I did pick up one today, but I've been slowly collecting over the last couple of months while we've been on lockdown, and I've been getting them through the post, and obviously not going to pick them up. But so I've managed to get a lot of stuff over the last couple of months, which is quite exciting actually. We'll go into them and then we'll get on with tidying the workshop, which will be a more vloggy style today. But I need to speak to Rob because I want to drop this down because I want to move it across. So to see if we can get the 205 back over my side of the workshop, just because Ryan wants to get on with his engine build, or no, his car build, because his engine's done now. We want to get on with Pat, and basically my aim is to get it done for the end of the year. I don't see why not. We've got the majority of the parts and a lot more parts coming on the way for it, so we only need the modified brake cylinder, or pedal box, sorry, to accept the Girling type cylinders. We need a hydraulic handbrake. We need some more line for the brakes. We need to get the fueling stuff. We need to get a couple of fans because I think I'm going to do my own radiator shroud, because I think I'm going to go for, or not the standard one, although it is all integrated. It's a very nice part, but they're plastic and they break, and especially when we want to rally it, they can break, so we don't want anything falling apart. So I think I'm going to get an aluminium one done, whether I design that, make that myself, and then get it welded elsewhere, because unfortunately we don't have the ability to weld aluminium here. Mild steel, fine. Stainless steel, fine. I can do all that here, but aluminium I can't do because I don't have AC or three-phase, unfortunately. So but also an exhaust, which we're going to go out for because I want it to be a professional job, and I've got a company in mind for that, which we'll have to get a trailer and trailer this down it once everything's done, but we've got a lot of work to do yet. What else have we got? I've got to make a bottom engine mount, I've got to make a gearbox mount, I've got to modify the new GTI subframe that we've got to get all that powder coated, then it's more interior bits, which I've now got a new heater matrix. So actually, I know previously I said I wasn't going to pull the heater matrix out, but now I've had a change of heart because this one is about £250 brand new, and it's out of a Westfield. If you don't know what a Westfield is, it's like a little tubular framed kit car that you can buy, but a guy local to me was selling a second-hand one for £100, and from Westfield themselves, they're £250, so I had to snap it up. You can also go to T6 Designs, which they do some very clever, very nice designs and iterations of heater matrix, which a lot of the rally community uses, but I saw this and had to get it because if you look at the brand that make it, they make all military stuff for the British Armed Forces and armed forces around the world, so they've got to be good. But we will get on with looking at the parts that I've got, which they're bloody everywhere because I've got nowhere else to put them at the moment. But we'll go through them all, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let me just move it all the way. Okay, so we've actually got some braided line. This is PTFE stainless steel braided line, so as you can see here. Go on, focus. There you go. So you can see the PTFE with the stainless steel braided line. We were going to go copper, but this came up cheap, and I've already got 3 meters of it, which will virtually do the inside of the car. So it'll only be going to each caliper, and in the engine bay, which it can only be £25 to do the rest. It's gonna need the fittings, but I already knew that the fittings were going to need to be done anyway. So yes, it'll be a little more expensive, but we then know it will be perfect. We've also got this rear boot trim. Normally they come with a louvered one, which I like, but I've seen ones with like a shaved look, which I picked this up for £10, and it's a very good moulding. I was debating whether to do this in carbon because I can over mould it, make my own mould, and then do it in carbon, but at the moment I'll just test fit it. This just gets glued on, and I'll go from there, but I think this is the way I want to go. This is the look. Here I've actually got 2 wheel bearings, so I need 2 new wheel bearings because one fell off. That's the reason my car can't be rolled around at the moment, because we've got no subframe in it. I'll show you. Yeah, the car's got no subframe. I did that off camera because when we were pushing it back in after doing some work on my mate's car, I think it was Rob's car actually. What car was it? I think it was the Mazda. I think last time we pushed the car out to do the Mazda, and then we were pushing it back in, and the passenger side wheel came down the hill because we're on a flat here, but out front we have a slight slope on outside of the workshop, so the wheel came past us, and we're like, well, that isn't good. So actually I'll show you, but there you go. So there's the hub, and it's still attached. You got half the bearing race there, so I need to pull that off at some point, but that's not what I need to do at the moment. So I've got 2 new wheel bearings for them. These are new old stock. I managed to get them cheap. I think I got them for £25, or 25 or £30, for a pair, which is from new old stock. So they're genuine from Peugeot. They've got all the parts and everything, so they're sealed. But you can't buy them. You can't buy them off Euro car parts anymore. So you can go to like Simply Bearings on the internet, but they're £35 each, plus postage. So you're into £70 worth of bearings, and got them for 25. So yeah, I got the line. I think I got the line for 20-30 quid, which is an absolute steal. And we'll go from there. What have we got? So we have actually got seats. So if you haven't seen on the Instagram, we've got carbon Kevlar seats. They're motor drive seats. They are used. They are battered. They are perfect for what we need at the moment, which is test fitting, getting the car on the road, but they are a gorgeous piece of work with the carbon Kevlar and all the intricacies that come along with that. I definitely like them. They will be a little bit narrow for most people because they are a narrower seat, but I've got a narrow hip anyway, so this fits me perfectly. Also, I picked up, these are 2 Dunlops, 2 Hancocks, I believe they are, and also 4 Nankangs on SXI 106 wheels. So I don't know if you on my Instagram again, on Rally Race Guy's Instagram, you might have seen a red 205. It's not Pat, but it's a 5-door, and it was a turbo diesel. It was a 1.9 turbo diesel, and it was running 14s, and these were the wheels that came off it. Unfortunately, it got crashed. It had a bit of understeer, I think. It hit a wet patch, and unfortunately, it went through a wall. I think that was how it was. But these have been sitting at my mate's garage, so I picked them up, and loads of other parts. I'll show you. So literally a bag of parts. Rear lights. These are, I think they're the 1.5 to 2 phase rear lights, which I already have these, but you never know. I've got some brake shoes, brake cylinders. I know we've already got that, but we've got loads of stuff in there. I'm going to sort through it because I don't actually know what I've got completely. Oh yeah, there's a headlight as well, because one, I'll always crash it. But what else? Let's see what else we've got. So in here, I managed to get these from Aberdeen, which in here is just a lot of stuff, but actually we've got the HT leads. These are the upgraded HT leads for an XS. These go for anywhere from £50 to £75. Also in here we've got some distributor distributor caps and some coils as well for the distributors, and also the end of the if you saw the, oh, you wouldn't have done, I didn't unfortunately video this, but on the end of the head you have this part, which is the fuel pump, which sits on a lobe, and it's a mechanical drive for fuel pump, and then the distributor sits on there. That's why it's kept off. But I managed to get all of this, which is 4 ignition coils, this, which is casting. I might use it, I don't know what's going to happen, I need to have a look at mine. 3 distributor caps and HT leads, which we'll just need to clean up, all for £55 postage. So I couldn't turn it down. I was like, well, there alone it is £50, so the rest of it's free to me. And then what we picked up today, which is the this heater matrix, as I said earlier, which comes with the tubes, and it's got different. It's got silicone hose. It's got these things as well, which we probably won't use. I'm going to get something 3D printed, but that's exactly what we need. And if we have a look, so if we spin this over, one-handed is not fun because this is quite heavy. So if we look, if you type in Galley, which is the motor is, and that is, this whole unit, I think it's from a Land Rover. So this has got 4 ports, which will have the bottom 2 going down to the feet, one for the driver, one for the co-driver, just because it's more for drying off the feet, not to keep your feet warm per se, and the top 2 then will fire up to the windscreen. Coming onto the windscreen, you can't really see, but this windscreen is pretty buggered. It's got a lot of cracks and stuff in it. Or no, it hasn't got any cracks in it. It's got a lot of chips in it, and it's just not windscreen. And obviously, I've got weld splatter on it as well. It's the genuine one from Peugeot from the factory, but I've managed to swipe a It's not here yet. It's one that's coming. I've managed to swipe a heated front windscreen for £100, where they're about £205 to £250 depending on who supplies and fits them. So we've got one coming, but I just need to find the rubber, because to get this one out you have to cut the rubber. So unfortunately, unless I'm going to see if a guy can actually remove this, because it'll be really good for paint. So just for comparison, that is the heater matrix. It's not very good, sorry, the lighting isn't very good, but as you've seen in previous videos, this is the heater matrix, which is the actual heat, the fan is over there, and then the whole gubbins of how you work it is here. So that is all replaced by this one single unit, which is exactly what we need. So, but this, as I said, these you can they use for Westfields, and they're perfect for what we want. But at the moment, that is all, I think, all the parts that we've got so far. Just to let you know, so this is all the block. It's all been blasted. So it's the bottom half. If we have a look in here, all the pistons are ready. They're all been cleaned. The camshaft has been cleaned. All in here, the water pump housing, all of these bits, the inlet manifold for the carb is there. It's all been done. So we're very, very close to building the engine. The only thing we haven't done is actually got the head done. It's just sitting right over here. So the head is ready. I've just got to degrease it, because to get the valves out, they didn't want to come out, so I had to heavily grease it after I degreased it previously. So I need to degrease it, get it sent off, and it'll come back. Yes, that was it. The spout. So the fans that we're going to use. So the fans that we're going to use, normally you'd only have one. So actually, so now I've got a SPAL fan. So I managed to pick this up off my friend. So he wasn't using it; it was in his garage. So we've got a SPAL fan now. I'm going to get a little one, because we intend to run a like a 12 row or an 18 row oil cooler. So I want to be able to force air into the oil cooler as well, which I'm using the standard radiator, but I think down the line I'm going to get a custom radiator built out of aluminium, where so we're going to go the full width of the car, but then there'll be an oil cooler on the top of it integrated, which I think that will be better overall, because then it's one piece, and then I just have AN fittings welded on the sides. I think that would be a better design than just a standalone one that you can buy. Yes, it will be smaller, but you'll have the bigger thickness of the radiator core, and also if we can make it dual pass, then we will. But that's still yet to come. We've still got a long way before that, but that is potentially an upgrade for the future. But yeah, so at the moment we're just going to tidy things up, because there is stuff everywhere from the time we were taking the MX-5 apart. I need to speak to Rob, because I want to take it apart even more. Just so then I can put it back on its wheels and drive it, or not drive it, but have it ready to go, so we can move the whole workshop back around. So, but we're going to be, over the next couple of months, sorting this out, so we can get the car on a turnover jig, and then we can actually get right on with the car. And my aim is to finish it by, and I'll say this now, finish it by December 2020. So I don't want to be, I still want to work on the car in 2021, but there is a new project coming in 2021, which I've got to get money for, and also I've got to I want to finish this so I can get on with it and actually drive it, because I haven't driven it in 3 years now, which is annoying the hell out of me. So I know I keep on working on other people's cars, which my mates are going like, why are you working on other people's cars? Why? Because I did a gearbox and clutch change the other month. Obviously I'm working on Rob's car. I've worked on Rob's car twice now this year. I've worked on Rob's Mini. I've worked on loads of stuff over the last couple of months. Yes, it's taken away from the build, but to be fair, it's added because we are able to actually we're able to put more money into the car. So because I'm getting paid for it, so because I'm being paid for it, it pays for new shiny bits on the car. But in future video, or the next video, you'll see more stuff that we've got, so I'll go into more detail about that. But we've got more parts on the way, but generally it's going to be a little bit more vloggy now. But we'll get on with it, and so now we'll go into a time-lapse of tidying the workshop. I've got to get up on the paint room, work out what I've got, what I haven't got, so I can start ordering some more stuff, because I've got a lot of stuff that I have that I've got and haven't got now. So because I've got so many parts, I don't know what I've got now, so I need to work that out. And also I know people are wanting some parts off me, so I need to double check what I've got. But but we'll go from there. But yeah, anyway. Okay, so a new tool update. I got these Baco, or Baco, B-A-H-C-O ratchet spanners. They are ring ends, but they're also, so that's 16, but then if you flip it over it's 17. Same as that, that's 18, and that's 19. 12, 14, 13, 15. And they also have a reverser, so because normally you just spin it over, that's what a traditional ratchet spanner would be, but because these are ring ends and they also double, they have 4 sizes on a single spanner, you need it. But I haven't tried these out yet. These were a present off a friend for helping him out with his car, so we will be certainly trying these out. I do like Baco stuff, or Baco, whatever you want to say, but very, very, very good quality. Oh wait, I think it's German. Bit like Facom, which is French, but very, very good quality. Knipex, the likes of that. But yeah, I do like these. I want to try them out, but I don't see them staying this shiny for that long. So today's been very good. I filmed 2 videos, so this one and the last one. So you'll see this one first and then the engine one next. So today I'm actually going to take the head to go and get blasted. So they are open, so I'm going to go and socially distance, drop it off. But I finished cleaning here for now. At the moment I'm not moving Rob's car just as of yet. I do want to take the other wing off and the bumper off, and then once we've got that off, then we can jet wash underneath it, and then it'll be a lot nicer to work on because it is very muddy under there. So we'll do that. And also then we can tidy up underneath his car as well, because his parts are all under there at the moment. So, but we've definitely cleaned and tidied the general area, which has taken a couple of hours and what have you. So done that. But from now, I don't know when I'll be back up, so I don't know about the videos. But so hopefully we'll get the head back within a week or two. I've noticed that the block, the sandwich plate, and the head, or the head wheel, but after it's been blasted, I'll have to put it through back through a hot wash, and I'll have to be at work to do that. So just to get all the grime and stuff off it, and a hot wash is best because then it gets into it. But it's only soda that we're using, so it just washes off. So it's nothing too caustic. But that's it for today. We'll get on with the engine build once that's back, and we've got a couple more bits like trim pieces to clean. But other than that, we're pretty much ready to go for the engine build. Yeah, so thank you for watching today. I know it's been a bit of a weird one, it's been a catch-up of the car and what have you, but thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't checked out our YouTube, like our other social media like Facebook and Instagram. We don't have Twitter anymore, I discontinued that. I don't get the point of Twitter, but I set it up anyway. But yeah, it doesn't add anything to the channel anyway. But yeah, if you go and check out our Facebook and Instagram, you'll get updates there, and we share videos of other cars and what have you, which are really interesting to us, and hopefully they're interesting to you. But we'll be heading off now. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you in a bit.